Hi, welcome to MediatorPodcast.com, a podcast and video series about mediation, negotiation, and collaboration. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I provide online valuation, divorce, and mediation services in St. Louis, Missouri. In this week's episode, we will discuss the benefits of divorce mediation, co-parenting, child support, and future expenses with Erika Englund. She's a family law attorney in California, a trained divorce mediator, and founder of Divorceably. Currently, she's also the CSO of Support Pay. Tell us a little bit more, because this, we kind of segued into it because I think it's a really amazing resource. But tell us more about this. Like, was this just created because there was a need? Because there is a huge need. But you started focusing on the technology side of divorce and kind of shifted, right? Maybe, because divorce mediation is a lot, right?
It's a lot. And anyone who says that it isn't a lot, any professional that says it isn't a lot is lying or not doing it right. We are cradling the emotions of our clients in our arms, and the job requires incredible nuance and emotional output. Something as simple as we have one person that talks really quickly and we have one person that talks really slowly, and we have to set a cadence of our speech that is just exactly in between. I mean, that is just something people would never know that we do. Or someone who is just leaning back from the table 2 centimeters when they hear something. It's just leaning in 2 centimeters to let them know they're okay in this conversation. So it's just a wildly difficult emotional job. And the people that are the best at it, Susan Guthrie does an amazing training. Gabriel Hartley does trainings for mediators. They are the best at it because they love what they do. But I think even they would tell you it is hard work. And for me, after being exclusively a mediator for more than a decade and spending over 5,000 hours in negotiated agreements, it was just a little bit like it got to the point of feeling a little tapped out and thinking, I'm maybe not giving as much to these clients as I should give, because by now it's kind of routine for me. And I've seen this a million times, a little bit over it, just like a little worn out today. And I didn't think that people deserved that. So one of the reasons I left, I can always come back, and I love it, and I may come back to teaching, which I also do. But in the meantime, doing something new 15 years into one's career is so scary and exciting. I can't recommend it to anyone, but I do recommend it to everybody at the same time. I do not know, I did not know anything about computer coding or marketing a business or obtaining venture capital. And those are 3 things I do on a daily basis now. So it's just, we, by this point in our careers, have capacity that we can't even dream of. So for anyone, I think, kind of struggling through engagement and happiness with their career, it's not wrong to look outside it and see if there's something else that catches your interest. For me, it was the ability to take my skills and my real, authentic desire to give people a better divorce experience and to bring that to people all over the world. So it's been immensely gratifying for me.
Well,
but
and I think, no, go ahead.
I will say that I'm not techie. And so it's very funny to everyone who knows me that now I am the strategic officer for an emerging tech company. We have this rule in the company. If Erika can't work it, we can't sell it. So literally everything that goes to market comes through me, because I am a parent, I'm a mediator, I'm an attorney, and I'm like the regular person who doesn't speak all those tech languages. So it's been really important for the company to know, can a parent, can a mediator, can an attorney, just like your person off the street, can they understand this and make it work? And is it friendly for them? And that's been like a really fun, again, setting the bar low, but it's been a really fun part of the being with the company.
Well, and the issue, and people don't understand until they go into a mediation and start to try to figure out, okay, how are we going to pay each other back and forth for the next 18 years? It's a much needed product, because either you're keeping a credit card, joint credit card. Is it going to be a joint credit card? You don't want to do that. What would happen there? Is it a joint bank account? You're still, a lot of times when people get to actually be divorced, all of the things that they can cut the ties to, they would like to, so it kind of, in my mind, it's kind of putting a third party in the middle of those payments so that it doesn't have to go back and forth or ruin your whole day. Like a lot of these things are just like emotional triggers that are still resulting from the divorce, and they just set you off. And somebody be like, well, but it's just $20. And you're like, it's not $20.
Yeah, is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are people whose lives go way beyond that. They have domestic violence restraining orders, and they will, their health and safety may be compromised if they share information about where they live, which is on your check. Your routing number to your bank account, your Venmo account even, and who your friends are. So it's absolutely confidential. And whether it's a situation where you need it to literally preserve your life, like a domestic violence client, and we provide support pay premium free to everyone in the country that has a domestic violence or a stay away order, or you divorced a narcissist who's going to use every bit of information they can find to destroy you. Some people have these quite serious situations that just require the safety of an intermediary. And then for other people, it's just nice. So there's a whole spectrum of people it benefits.
Well, I think just to have a process, because we're constantly coming up, any of the other ways always have an issue, well, I don't want to do it that way. Well, am I going to pay, am I going to have to ask permission to get my kids some socks? Like all of that. There's a lot of psychology in that dynamic. And I think that, something as simple as this just takes some of that just angst that's really not necessary. There's, like you said, there's so many other ways. Well, you didn't say it, but I've said it in the past. There's so many ways to be a bad parent without this being involved, I'm going to mess up in so many other ways anyway. Do you want the added layer of continuing to deal with this on a monthly basis? And so I think it is a really helpful suggestion, and it's been listed by your name, but supportpay.com is where they could go to get more information if they've gone through kind of, because probably you could use it even if you have some other way of dealing with those payments, if it's just become frustrating, this could be a solution for them as well, right?
Oh, of course. Even if it's, like I stated, purely for tax reasons. So perhaps you're utilizing a 529 to pay for private school tuition, or you have childcare or deductible medical expenses. Rather than pulling out bank statements and like highlighting and giving a box full of papers to a CPA, you just have this neat, lovely, organized little record. So it does so much for so many people. And the company really has gone beyond providing one tool to becoming a resource for parents. Internationally, we have about 35,000 users of the app. And on our website, anywhere from 60 to 100,000 web visitors per month.
Wow.
So on the info on the website, there's lots of information about other divorce resources, how to find a divorce professional. Are you listed? I hope you should be listed on our directory. And because it connects people with the, like, how do I find somebody?
Sure.
And we're also launching kids pages, speaking directly to children in their own language about divorce, parents pages, and professionals pages. In February of 2021, those pages are all launching just to be a place where you come and you get information that is vetted and personally curated by someone who is an attorney, mediator, business person, and single mother.